Hard work, the most raw and obvious way to reach something. Maxime Lagacé. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is the last show before Christmas. Of course, markets are closed on Friday, so this is the weekend review and forecast. And we will go over our 5 ETFs. That is the S&P 500 up for the day, the Nasdaq 100 up for the day, 20-year bonds down, gold up, Bitcoin down. Apologize for the background noise. I'm in an airport club, a lounge. Tried to do this in Chicago soon after the markets closed, but the internet in that airport was very poor. I'm in the Charlotte airport now, and it's much better. So forgive the background noise. Let's jump into this. How did we end up the week with the S&P 500? Still negative. Red spinning top after 2 prior weeks of up movement, and that 3 weeks back, that is the first week in December, that would have been the 3rd of December, had a big down week and then sort of ticking up, and then this week sort of losing some of that energy, although the price percent oscillator still negative but heading up. Derivative oscillator is gaining downward momentum. Look at the 2-day, very similar as far as the price percent oscillator, negative heading up. And when we look at the latest 2-day candle, this is just the first day of it. Now again, because this is a shortened week, many times what happens is this is a 1-day, 2-day candle, if you know what I mean. The market's not open, so everything resets, and Monday is a new candle. So it is a green up candle, price percent oscillator, like I said, heading up, derivative oscillator, negative, losing downward momentum. So again, overall, still to this point, the mood is still down in the market, even though it was an up day, just 0.62%. Now we look at the half day and we can see what, 1, 2, 3 days of nice up movement, just continuing on up on that half day. Now remember, that is our least powerful of our charts when it comes to time frames. But again, it is recovering, trying to get up to where it hit a high back on Thursday, the 16th of December. Overall, though, mood still negative. That's how we go into the last trading week of the year. What about the Nasdaq 100? Up for the day, 0.72%. And again, a red spinning top for the week. And does that compare with the S&P? Yeah, I thought it's a little bit bigger, so a little bit more negativity. You can see the price percent oscillator's flat, not heading up. Derivative oscillator gaining downward momentum. 2-day, this Thursday, of course, things are heading up. Price percent oscillator still negative, heading up. Derivative oscillator negative, losing downward momentum. And then we look at the half day, and similar to the S&P 500, we see 3 days of strong up movement. So again, we see where this move started, slid sideways for 2 weeks, and then again edging toward the downside as this week ends. So we'll continue to watch, pay attention as things move along. So let's look at moving on from here. Just overall, remember, stocks still have lots of downward pressure as you get ready for this next trading week. What about bonds? Bonds down a little bit for the day, 0.87%. Now they're still, again, in a confirmed up move. That price percent oscillator is heading down. Derivative oscillator's positive, losing upward momentum. Red spinning top for the week, a lot more down movement than up. It's not balanced there. And again, we can see price right below that 2-day trend line on the weekly, now above on the weekly trend line itself. We go to the 2-day, we can see again where this latest 2-day candle, things crossing, continuing to move in the direction of that cross. I moved it around on us when I was trying to adjust it so you could see that candle. And as we continue to watch, we see again a slowdown in the down movement in this latest. Derivative oscillator gaining downward momentum. Price percent oscillator heading down. Price below that 2-day trend line. Half day, again, we can see down in the morning and then further down in the afternoon, although it looks like it hit its low mark in the morning. So again, Still, overall, where are we? Well, we're not in bonds now because of that 2-day crossover going down would have taken us out of it. But overall, that weekly still has some energy, but we're not even thinking about being in bonds right now because of that conflict between the weekly and the 2-day. What about gold? Gold is up for the day 0.23%. And for the week, of course, we see things bouncing off. Well, didn't really hit the red signal line, but trying to pull away. We have a green spinning top for the week as things pull away. Derivative oscillator still negative. That's not a good sign. As things move away, we'd like to see that switch over by the end of the week. What have we had happen, though? We told you about this yesterday. Looking for a 2-day recross, and of course it is trying to do that. We'll see how this candle continues to move on Monday. If it draws us another one, we can also take a look and see if indeed that red derivative oscillator in the new week tries to flip over, heading up, and again might have another jumping in point on the Monday-Tuesday candle here as we move into the next week. What about the half day? Well, again, we can see where this is seesawed up and then down and then back up again. So we'll continue to watch as things have plumbed below the 2-day and then up above it here on this latest half-day candle. So again, overall, the mood in gold is, of course, still positive. So that's where we are on our big four. Of course, we've added in, over the last year or so, we added in Bitcoin because you asked for it. Bitcoin down for the day, just barely 0.12%. We see a slowdown in the down movement with this solid green candle. Now, that's not an up candle. That's a slowdown in the down movement. And what do we see happening? We see the price percent oscillator, again, not heading down to the same strong angle it had been. That's the lagging indicator. Leading indicator derivative oscillator still gaining downward momentum 2-day. Again, we called this yesterday when I sent out the special recording charting crypto for our Patreon members. We sort of see things perhaps hitting a bottom here. Can't call that yet, but we do see a slowdown. That price percent oscillator's gone flat on the here lately, as it sort of hopefully has bottomed out, but we don't know that yet. Derivative oscillator's been losing downward momentum for a while. Do note derivative oscillator and price percent oscillator still negative on the 2-day also. So again, no crossover going up on anything yet. The only thing we see is, of course, when we look at the half day, we can see where things bounded down and hit the most recent low this last Monday afternoon, Monday, we'll call that. And then since then trying to gain a little momentum going up. So overall, decidedly still quite a negative move in Bitcoin. And of course, overall, you see that reflected in the crypto market. That is where we are, folks, as we end the day, as we end this shortened trading week. Again, Merry Christmas to all of you. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon supporter and you want to treat yourself to an early Christmas present, well, go ahead and do it, or even treat yourself to a late one. We're happy to have you with us. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.